Hey, I'm Kristy and this is Jen. We're the Homegirls Realty Group and today we're taking you on a full driving tour of Kingwood, Texas. If you're relocating to the Houston area and you keep hearing the name Kingwood, this video is for you.
We're going to show you what people mean when they say Kingwood is different from the rest of Houston. Giant pine trees, mature oaks, winding roads. This place has been called the Livable Forest for a reason. Kingwood is actually one of the largest master planned communities in the country, and it's made up of around 25 individual villages, each with its own character, its own HOA, and its own price range. So whether you're a first-time buyer or you're looking for luxury waterfront living, there is a village for you here.
We're going to take you through a few of those villages, show you the Greenbelt Trail system, over 75 miles of hike and bike trails woven through the whole community. We're going to talk schools, show you where you'll eat, shop, and hang out, the whole picture. So buckle up, let's go.
Our first stop is Trailwood Village, the original village in Kingwood, and a perfect place to start because right here is one of the entrances to the Greenbelt Trail system. We are talking over 75 miles of hike and bike trails winding through protected greenbelts and connecting all the villages together. Residents use these trails for running, cycling, walking the dog, even getting between villages without ever getting in a car.
And here's the thing about the Greenbelt. They are not just trails. They are buffers of protected forest between the neighborhoods. Deed-restricted, protected land that cannot be developed. So you have this situation where you're living in a suburban community, but there are literally trees and nature between you and your neighbors. For people coming from bigger cities where green space costs a premium, this is a major lifestyle upgrade. And it's a big part of why property values here have held strong over the years.
Trailwood Village itself is a beautiful established neighborhood. Mature trees, well-kept homes, that classic Kingwood feel. This is where a lot of longtime Kingwood families have put down roots. And as we move through the tour, you'll see how every village has its own vibe, but they're all connected by the trail system and that Kingwood lifestyle.
We are now at stop 2, River Grove Park, and we bring you here because this is what daily life actually looks like in Kingwood. Every village has access to parks like this, community green space that residents actually use.
One thing we hear from every relocating buyer is, okay, but what do you do out there on the weekends? And this is part of the answer. You walk the dog here. You bring the kids on a Saturday morning. You run into your neighbors here. Kingwood has that small town feel, even though you're 30 minutes from downtown Houston. Each village maintains its own amenities through the HOA, on top of everything that's shared community-wide. That infrastructure is one of the biggest draws for families relocating here, and it's why people stay for decades.
All right, let's start talking real estate, because I know that's why a lot of you are watching.
We are in Sherwood Trails, and this is one of the first villages we point people to when they want to get into Kingwood without stretching their budget. Homes here start in the 250,000s, and for what you get, the location, the schools, the trail access, the full Kingwood lifestyle, that is genuinely strong value. For buyers relocating from higher cost markets, that price point in a community like this often comes as a real surprise, in a good way.
What I love about Sherwood Trails is that you still get the full Kingwood experience. You're in the same school district, you have trail access, you have the community, you just have a more modest home footprint. And a lot of people start here and move up within Kingwood as their family or their budget grows. We see that all the time.
One more thing worth knowing, every village in Kingwood has deed restrictions and an HOA. So the neighborhoods are maintained. That consistency is part of why people don't leave.
Kingwood Park High School. And this is a great moment to talk about schools because for a lot of relocating families, schools are the #1 factor in the decision. Kingwood is served by Humble ISD, which consistently ranks as one of the stronger districts in the greater Houston area. Academics, athletics, fine arts, well-resourced campuses across the board.
Depending on which village you land in, you'll be zoned to different elementary and middle school campuses. But a large portion of the community feeds into the same high schools, and that shared experience is a big part of what builds the community identity Kingwood is known for. And here's what we always tell our buyers. Do not just look at the school rating on Zillow and call it a day. Come talk to us. We will walk you through the actual feeder patterns, the specific campuses zoned to the street you're looking at, extracurriculars, all of it. Zoning can get specific, and we will make sure you land in the right spot.
Bottom line, schools here are a strength, not a concern, and we are happy to geek out on school zoning with you anytime. That's what we're here for.
Next up, we're in Greentree Village. This is the mid-range of the Kingwood market. Homes generally start in the 300,000s and go up from there. And this is one of the most popular landing spots for growing families. More house, more square footage, bigger lots, and you are still fully in the Kingwood lifestyle. Trail access, the schools, the community, all of it.
What I want you to notice here is the lot sizes and the tree canopy. These are not cookie cutter, zero lot line homes. You've got space, you've got yard, you've got privacy, all framed by those gorgeous trees Kingwood is famous for. If you're coming from California, Colorado, the Northeast, somewhere where the 300s gets you a 1-bedroom apartment, I want you to take a breath and really look at what that same money buys you here. It is a different world.
The 300,000s and up range in Kingwood is the sweet spot for a lot of relocating families. A home that would cost 2 or 3 times more in a lot of other markets in a community with real infrastructure and real identity. That combination is hard to find.
This is East End Park, and this is one of those spots I love bringing people to because it shows you a side of Kingwood that surprises a lot of folks. When people think Houston, they don't always picture this, but we're in the Lake Houston area, and the parks, the waterways, the outdoor access, this is a huge part of what daily life looks like here.
This is the kind of place where you spend your weekends. Kayaking, fishing, walking the trails, bringing the family out. Kingwood is not just a bedroom community where you come home and close the garage door. There are places to be here, and that matters when you're choosing where to put down roots. The combination of the Greenbelt Trail system and the lake access is genuinely hard to replicate anywhere else in the Houston metro. For buyers who are prioritizing outdoor living and quality of life, this is often the thing that seals the deal. We saved something special for this stop. Welcome to Royal Shores. This is Kingwood at its most elevated, and homes here start in the 900,000s. Lakefront and lakeview living. Custom homes, larger lots, the finishes and craftsmanship you'd expect at this price point. But here's what makes it different from other luxury pockets in Houston. You are still in Kingwood. You still have the trees, the trails, the community identity. You are not trading lifestyle for luxury. You get both.
Royal Shores attracts a specific buyer, someone who has a higher budget, wants a beautiful home, and still wants to feel like they're part of a real community. We work with executives, medical professionals, people transferring from out of state, and Royal Shores checks every single box. And for what you get at $900,000 and up here compared to comparable luxury markets in other cities, Kingwood still represents strong value. Waterfront in a community like this would cost you significantly more almost anywhere else.
If this is your price range and you want to explore Royal Shores, reach out to us. We know this market, we know these homes, and we will make sure you see the right properties.
Welcome to Town Center. Town Center is where Kingwood shops, eats, and runs errands. Grocery stores, restaurants, coffee shops, retail, medical offices, banks, all of it in one spot. And most of Kingwood is just a short drive away.
And it has a real community feel. This is not a strip mall you drive through. People are here. It's busy. There are events here. You run into your neighbors. It has actual energy. For people coming from places where everything is spread out and you drive 20 minutes to get to anything, this is a quality of life upgrade. Kingwood continues to attract new restaurants and businesses, and Town Center keeps growing. It's a good sign for the community and for your investment. Kings Harbor. Kings Harbor is a waterfront development right on Lake Houston. Restaurants, stores, and community events. This is where Kingwood comes to relax, and it is 10 to 15 minutes from most of the community.
I bring every single relocating client here because it does something that no amount of me describing Kingwood can do. It makes you feel what it's actually like to live here. You pull up, you see the water, you see the boats, and something just clicks. Whether you're a boater, a foodie, or you just want somewhere beautiful to sit on the water with a glass of wine, Kings Harbor has you. This is your backyard.
For buyers weighing quality of life in their relocation decision, this is often the thing that tips the scales. It's the kind of amenity that's hard to put a number on, but the moment you're standing here, you feel it.
This is Kingwood High School, one of the flagship campuses in Humble ISD and a real source of community pride. If you're moving here with high school age kids, this is the campus a large portion of Kingwood feeds into. Strong academics, athletics, fine arts, a big, well-resourced campus. And for families with high school age students, the quality of the school is often a primary factor in their decision.
Friday night football in Texas is a community event, and Kingwood is no different. The whole neighborhood shows up. If you want that small town feel wrapped inside great schools, this is it.
Last stop on our tour. And I want to end here because it puts a bow on everything we've been showing you today. The Clubs of Kingwood is a private membership club. Golf, fitness, tennis, pickleball, swimming, dining, and social events right here inside the community. This is the amenity layer on top of an already exceptional lifestyle. And membership is separate from your HOA, so it's an option, not a requirement.
For a lot of our buyers, especially people relocating from areas where club membership is already part of their lifestyle, this is a huge selling point. You don't drive 30 minutes to a club. It's here. Your neighbors are members, and your kids swim here in the summer.
And even if club membership is not your thing, just knowing it's here tells you something about the caliber of this community. Kingwood was built to offer a full life. The Clubs of Kingwood is proof of that.
Okay, that is your Kingwood, Texas tour, and I hope you can see why people who move here don't leave. We went through Trailwood Village and the Greenbelt Trail System, River Grove Park, Sherwood Trails for starter homes in the 250,000s, Greentree for mid-range in the 300,000s, Royal Shores for luxury starting in the 900,000s, and everything in between.
We talked schools, we showed you Town Center, we walked Kings Harbor, we drove past both high school campuses, and we ended at the Clubs of Kingwood. The point is, Kingwood is not just a neighborhood. It is a whole lifestyle. And if you're relocating to the Houston area, it absolutely needs to be on your list.
If you have questions, if you want to see homes, if you just want to talk through whether Kingwood is the right fit for your family, we are the Homegirls Realty Group, and we are here for all of it.
You can contact us in the pinned comment below. Whether you're moving in 3 months or you're just starting to do your research, reach out. No pressure. Just real help from people who know this market. We'll see you in Kingwood.